This year we have already seen several high-profile games like Sifu, Elden Ring, and so on, with superb production values and visuals, and there are a lot of new games to play. As a result, we've compiled a list of top 10 games with the best graphics that are coming out in 2022 that you should certainly keep an eye out for. Starting off with number 10, S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2, Heart of Chernobyl. This is a long-awaited S.T.A.L.K.E.R sequel, and we know very little about the upcoming survival horror. But we already know that the game centers around Chernobyl nuclear disaster zone, where players will explore the zone in quest of finding artifacts, all the while fighting a slew of enemies and mutated creatures. It'll be interesting to see how the completed game looks while maintaining the same horror tone. At number 9, Gotham Knights. Despite the huge success of the Arkham series, Gotham Knights were stalled for about a decade. As the Batman franchise emerges again, the focus will be on Batman's allies, Batgirl, Robin, Red Hood, and Nightwing. Although the gameplay is identical, there are several notable differences, such as new equipment, co-op mode, a level system, and so on. We can't wait to see what the game looks like without Batman on next-gen consoles or PC, so keep your eye on. Coming in at number 8, Forspoken. Square Enix's next action RPG brings us to an entirely new and exciting world. The game follows a young New Yorker, Frey, who is pulled into the magical world of Athia. While she struggles to adjust to her new reality, enemies lurk in the open world. Frey must use her newly discovered magical abilities to explore this vast open world, fighting creatures and uncovering mysterious secrets in order to find her way home. Moving on to number 7, The Day Before. This open-world MMO survival game is set in a post-pandemic America, overrun by flesh-eating zombies and survivors struggling and fighting each other for food, weapons, and so on, all the while scavenging for resources in order to survive at any cost. Meanwhile, our main character exploring the beautiful but hostile open world while attempting to restore the society before it is too late. At number 6, Horizon Forbidden West. This PS exclusive that came out last month showcases the power of the PS5. However, we could expect a possible release for PC later this year or next year. The sequel's graphics outperform the original game in nearly every way, from Aloy's character model to a more realistic environment. Gameplay is just as engaging as the original, but with more human elements, exciting new character additions, and a lot more personality. Moving along to number 5, God of War Ragnarok. In 2018, our Greek god Kratos ventured through Norse battling with a slew of gods and enemies. Kratos must raise and educate his son on how to survive along the way. There aren't much details regarding the upcoming sequel, but players are expected to explore several new worlds while battling various creatures and Norse gods. We are also certain that this will be the final game in the series. Okay, on to number 4, Hogwarts Legacy. If you're looking for a genuine Harry Potter experience that captures the thrill of attending Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry, look no further. This new action RPG aims to make Harry Potter fans' dreams come true. The game takes place in the late 1800s, before the Harry Potter era, and has realistic graphics thanks to Unreal Engine. You'll be casting spells, discovering fantastic beasts, and generally wizarding around. The game is set to release this year, but no official date. Moving on to number 3, Vampire: The Masquerade, Bloodlines 2. We now have a sequel to this cult classic after an 18-year wait. The game sets us in Seattle, a city teeming with seductive and deadly characters and groups. Entering the world of darkness and rising through vampire society sparks a war for Seattle's blood trade. Entering into tense alliances with the monsters who rule the city, and unravel the vast scheme that drove Seattle into a deadly civil war between vampire clans. The release date has been pushed, but we're more than eager to dig in when it does arrive. Coming in at number 2, we have Elden Ring. This action RPG is one of the biggest releases of the year from Software. We're really excited for Elden Ring because we love the Soulsborne formula, and the way they're applying it to an open world here seems interesting with sword and armor in a fantasy world with dragons and dungeons, so we're going for it. From Software continues the evolution of the Soulsborne formula, which seems to shape really good, but it's still definitely one of our most anticipated games of the year. And finally, now at number 1 pick, we have The Lord of the Rings, Gollum. We have no clue how this game will turn out to be. Based on what we've seen so far, I'm guessing an action-adventure game with a stealth element added to it. It was intended to be released last year, but the studio has put it back until 2022, with no set release date. If you look at the recent videos, it's a fairly fascinating-looking game, and you'll be leading your Gollum character towards a good or an evil side throughout the game. We all know where he ends up, so it should be an entertaining journey. This year, there are a number of games to look forward to. Of course, keeping up with all of the new games could be challenging, so subscribe to our channel for more guides on the best games to play right now. Get involved by letting us know in the comments about your most anticipated game of the year. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in our next video.